So here's my unit of skeleton warriors. As you can see, it's quite the mishmash of different eras and models. Most of this was from a lot that I got on the internet, a whole bunch of undead models. I also bought a box of the GW skeletons. Not the old ones, but not the new ones. And I mixed them up together with a whole bunch of random shield bits that I found. Some of the shields that came with the kit. I just wanted them to look like a mismatch of different units from across the world and have them all sort of not look like they're from one particular army, but some little hints to other armies. And I also have a whole bunch of Cursed Company models that I got for a good deal on the internet. I had planned on doing a Dogs of War army anyway, so it was double duty because this also adds to my theme of a mixture of different races and units. That way it looks a little more like rabble and not all regimented. I like that cobbled together kind of look. So as you can see, we have, for instance, this is one of the really old Games Workshop skeletons. And I threw one of the new shields on it. And then I have a mixture, such as this guy. He is an old GW skeleton body, new GW skeleton head, and an Empire shield. And as you can see, the primer came out horrible. I used a rattle can. And this is why I'm done using rattle cans, because it never comes out consistent and it takes forever to dry. So from now on, I'm airbrushing all my primers, which is going to tie these together a little more. I also have the straight up GW skeletons. That's an old Dark Elf shield. Again, the priming is like terrible. White rattlekins just never, for some reason, come out good. So, I have that. And then here's the Cursed Company. Here's a Lizardman. And I put the shields on. I normally don't like painting shields on the models, but when I do a wash for these, I want to tie them all together, like the whole model. Because they've been buried underground, I want the same washes to be on the shields. I want to do it all at once to get like the same kind of tone. But as you can see, I just gave him a weapon to tie him in with the new Lizardman and the scaly shield. There was a bunch of orcs in the lot, so I had to change him up a bit. Like this guy bent the sword down, and then this guy, I have his sword bent down pointing, just to make him look a little different. Gave him different shields. This is the regular model with an orc shield. So that'll add some variety to the unit. So right now I'm going to get a good primer coat on these with my airbrush, tie them all together, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the steps to speed paint these guys, do quick washes, and then how I make them like look like a cohesive unit, even though they're all mismatched model pieces in different armies and kits. So I will base coat them and we'll be right back. There we go, all the skeletons are primed and zenithalled up, as you can see. Nice gradient going to these guys. It's nice to see these metal models painted up to fit in. So here's all our skelly boys. Now I'm going to go around, because we're speed painting these guys, I'm going to go around. I have two browns here. Vallejo, the Panzer Ace series Flat Earth. Not Flat Earther. Flat Earth. This is probably one of my most used colors. So I'm going to go around and paint all the weapons, shields, anything metal, any leather, all that stuff I'm going to paint brown. I'm going to switch between this one too. This is Vallejo Model Color Chocolate Brown. So I'm going to use these two colors to go around, paint all the shields, straps, weapons, any metallics, because later on we're going to dry brush over those with silver or bronze. Makes the process much faster. So I'm going to go around and do that, and we'll come right back. So here's our skeletons. They have all their brown applied. And I did a test model to make sure that the wash was good. I didn't know if I wanted to dilute it or not. So this is Skeleton Horde. And it came out really good. I thought I was going to have to dilute it because I thought it might be strong. But it actually came out perfect, which is great because the paint is literally like made for putting on skeletons. So I'm pretty excited about it. So they look great. So I'm going to do the whole rest of the unit, and I tried it on the shield. I may darken up some of the shields with other washes as well. So for now, we're going to use the Skeleton Horde contrast paint on the whole unit, come back, and then start the metallics. So here's the skeletons. I skipped ahead a little bit and pretty much finished them. But the main point of the weathering I wanted to show, here's a guy 3D printed. He's a free file on Thingiverse. Is that I dry brush the metallic over the brown. And it instantly makes a rusty brown color. And then you still have your brown weapon haft and brown leather straps that you now don't have to paint. So everything is brown. You use that to make everything rusty metal. Then you can go back in and add pigments and weathering powders when you have a chance. But that's some of them. And as you can see, I've 3D printed some base adapters for use with Warhammer the Old World, because I'm not rebasing all of these because they said the base size after I started this project. But yeah, here's my skeletons. I like the variety of different races and all the different kinds of beasties in here. So that's one unit down. I'll take some close-up pictures and then we'll move on to the next unit.